Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Garden of Ethan. Welcome back. I feel like we haven't had a chance to chat in a while, and yes, that is pretty much exactly all my fault, but we've been busy, and sometimes I don't have as much to say, or like when I'm like running out of time to record things, this one just gets put on the back burner, especially in a week or two where I have like a heap of like filming to do, new shows are coming out. That's literally all I do in the week. So I go to like talk about things and I'm like, actually, I don't have time, and also I have nothing to talk about. First of all, because I can see it and it's annoying me, I need to stop recording at this hour because there is just the light, as you can see on my chest, coming through the slight gap in the window. Should I get something to cover it? Yes, probably. But it's one of those things that probably annoys me more than anyone else. But I just need to preface it as I lean back and forth probably throughout the entire thing. It's just going to be something that happens. But yes, we have been kind of extremely busy, actually. Well, first of all, like, moving is still happening. So that is like a big thing going on. It's not really that tough, to be honest. It's just a lot of boxes I still have at my parents' house because I live a lot closer to them than I did previously for the last couple of years. So I took everything back early to drop them at my parents' house because I was like, I can just leave them there and then I can take them at my leisure. Mum kind of wants me to get everything out, and I understand that, but also I was like, your house is my storage, thank you very much. But they're all there and I'm like slowly bringing things across, but I still haven't been like had time to go out because like I want kind of like, as you can see, this room is very bland, like not a lot's going on. So we kind of need to, I want some okay, here's the most like person who films themselves like doing this sort of thing answer you'll ever hear in your life. I want shelves and stuff behind me for a good backdrop and to put my things up because, as we know from my last room, a lot of knickknacks, a lot of shit to put up. But having a blank wall makes it a lot easier to clip myself for thumbnails. I know that's like the dumbest thing ever, but like when I like insider knowledge, because on the pod when we're here, we talk about all the behind the scenes. You get all the like all the goss, all the good stuff. But like before and the sound might be a bit shit for this, but you know, I do my like, you know, I do all my thumbnail pictures. Generally, if you see a thumbnail of mine, if you watch like, besides the podcast, like any other bits, if you see any thumbnails with headphones on, generally that's taken from when I'm watching something or like when I'm looking at something, because I like those, but they're really hard to clip. Like when I've got my headphones on, I'm watching something. As you probably know, I fidget a lot. I like touch my eyes, I touch my face. I've always been a fidgeter. I'm really like bad. It's just something I do really unconsciously. But I know it because I edit all my things and watch myself do it all the time. And I wink and blink and I touch and I do all that stuff. So I'm constantly doing that, which makes it really hard. And when you're watching something, like I go through so many different things all the time. You know, I'll do like a fun, like shocked face, but as soon as I do it, I'll start talking and then all my face moves. And when I like slow it down and try and like get a good bit for like a thumbnail, it'll like get me on, I'll be like, that's not the face I want to put on a thumbnail. So generally when I don't have my headphones on and I'm kind of just like that's all done before. But in my old place, as you know, because the background had so much stuff getting on, when I'm like trying to cut or like, you know, it does like it removes the background for me, like the program I use, I don't know why, I use Paint. Is that like, I feel like anyone else who actually makes thumbnails will probably think that is the craziest shit ever. I use Paint to make my thumbnails. Yes, my thumbnails aren't revolutionary or anything, but I think I do a good enough job on Paint. But it removes the background. And in my old place, it used to be really hard because there would like so many colors and different things in the background. So I'd have to like you know, smooth myself out a little bit. But in this one, it's a lot easier because it's such a bland background. All the color of what I wear and stuff make it a lot easier to clip. So I'm like, I will add something there, but it's very fun to just easily do the thumbnails and stuff. It makes my life a lot easier. But yeah, I've also like the moving stuff. I wanted to do I talked about doing a vlog of the new place. So just showing off a couple of rooms, you know, a office tour. But I kind of want to save that a little bit just for when everything's a bit more when I have stuff in and when I like the look of everything. Cause you know, I'm still moving stuff around. I still have so much stuff in boxes, my bedroom. I have no, I need to get those hooks that are renter safe where you can they kind of stick on and then you peel them off. I need to get 1,000 of those so I can actually hang fun art and stuff up. But nothing's on the wall. You know what I mean? It's very unpersonable. So it's not the most interesting thing to show off. It's just, you know, walls and kitchen. I love it, but you know, it's not the most, you know, I feel when you watch a vlog, you of someone's house, a house tour, you want to see what they have. I'm here for the personal items. Yes, depends who they are. I also want to see the you know, a house apartment, you know, when they're New York 600th floor, $3 million a week rent. That's when I'm let me see what's going on. But when I feel when I clean things up, I actually get stuff up, put art up, I think it'll just look a little bit more my personality. It'll have a bit more character to it. I also forgot to say, I'm counting this as a shirt and it has a collar. I know it's a flannel. I'm feeling very lumberjacky today. That's the lumberjacky. That's kind of a fun drag name, lumberjacky. Oh, that's kind of fun. But this, singlet on underneath, but it's got collar. It's got collar, so it counts, okay? I know we kind of do a shirts vibe, but I'm running out. Also, it's really hot. I was it's actually not warm today, so I'll be okay. I put this on and I was flannel does its job. Flannel does a very good job at keeping you very and extremely warm. But we have been busy, and that's another reason why the podcast gets skipped sometimes. I wrote it down because I was what was I actually doing? But we had Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then that kind of finished, and as soon as that finished, Mary and George came out, and then Mary and George was coming out, and then halfway through Mary and George, Young Royals came out. I was just holy shit, this is a lot. And I was doing most of my other videos a week, and still in the process of moving. And I was I honestly need to drop some. And I know it's more of it's a me thing that I care about. Mostly I want to upload every day of the week. That's what I try for. Obviously that is going to probably change eventually because some weeks I am killing myself. It's not anything revolutionary. I'm not, you know, doing the hardest job in the world, but doing the, you know, when Young Royals and Mary and George were on, and I was doing the 2 videos of those, also filming other stuff, editing both of them, just upload everything takes so much time to do. And I would say I'm a pretty quick editor, especially as I've gotten more in my routine. And I'm not the I don't put in too much pizzazz. I like, you know, I like the kind of bit you know, you just have me and the show. I like that. And I'll put in a meme or two here or there because I used to try and do that a lot more. But then I was just I don't know if these are actually funny or not. And I feel it just should be saved for when I really like it. I'm not just throwing memes and funny clips in just for the sake of having them in there. I was they gotta I feel they have to work more. And it just depends on the series and how that's going. But wow, that it was a lot, the moving and then the 2 show and everything going on. I was just what the hell's going on? And I feel so bad because I'm so behind in comments. I'm behind in practically everything that exists. I try and do them, but then because it's been so, you know, when you're really busy and you appreciate your like downtime so much, like when you like have lunch or you take a break or at night, I've just usually like, I'll put a show on and I'll like reply to comments and I'll be good. But like, I've been so in that like, oh, I have like an hour spare. I'm going to play like a game or like watch some TV and play a game or just like, you know, go on my phone and just, that's all I'm going to enjoy. And I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. But I do have to get up more on top of it. But I say getting on top of things. So tomorrow, fun fact, I'm having a little surgery. No, don't stress out too much. I don't think anyone's that stressed. It's not a bad one or anything. It should be fine. But I will probably be knocked around for a couple of days. Not by a surgeon or by the surgery. Like, you know, I will have to, you know, heal and stuff. So I think I've got mostly everything done. I think maybe a couple days of YouTube may be missed, but like, I think by next week, I'm really hoping by next week I should be good. Like, I'm hoping like tomorrow I get it done in the morning. And then I'm hoping after that day, I'll be back to be able to, you know, like at least edit, maybe film some smaller things. Wow, the light is coming in a lot stronger. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I think I just need to be like, yes, if you're going to be healing, you don't have to stress too much about your YouTube schedule. But I like stress out, and especially like for Patreon, I want that to be, because like that you like pay for. I'm like, I want everyone to like get their money's worth of like everything I post to make sure. I think I put too much stress on myself, and this isn't a pity party thing. This is just we have a chat, and when you have a chat with your friends, you be honest. And I'm just like, I think you know, a day or two every now and then, I think I can calm down. But surgery is wild. Like, because I'm going under. Is that how other cultures reference it? I'm going, you know, when they like put you under, on anesthesia, the stuff that knocks you out. You're gone. You know, goodbye, made unconscious, which is a wild concept to me. Like, it's not a wild concept. I've had it done before. Like, it's a thing that happens. A lot of people get it done, depending on the, you know, severity or whatever's going on. I'm moving back. You know, like, it's a thing that happens. But to be, like, made to, like, be put, like, to just be, like, put into unconsciousness is wild to me. Have I been a little bit stressed? I think anyone that... I would say most people well, that was so much head movement. I'd say most people that go for a surgery, even how minute it can be, are stressed about it. I've definitely, the last couple of days, it's hit me more, and I've kind of like stayed awake a bit instead of going to sleep because I've been freaking out about it. It's not even the surgery that's that bad. It's just like recovery is a lot, and then you're just like, oh, I'm just going to be out of it. And like, you know, I really like going to the gym. I kind of like going to the gym, you know, it's a good enough. I enjoy the exercise and I like the feeling knowing that I've been to the gym. Do I like being at the gym? Not that much, but you know, I like, you know, I enjoy staying, you know, like fit and healthy, like health is fun. But I was like, if I want to be back and like up and at 'em by next week, if I'm not, I'm going to be really sad because like, you know, it's just like, it's also a part of that routine. I was like, the routine of the gym is something I enjoy. I like that, doing something every day. It's definitely, I feel like I've got, and we're figuring out this in this podcast. It's like, I like posting every day. I like going to the gym most days. I like knowing I get these things done because then I feel like better about, like, you know, you've accomplished that. You've done that for the day. You feel good. You know what I mean? Water break. But it's just one of those things where it's good. But no, surgery is wild. And like, I don't know, there's something about being made to be... The unconscious thing really stresses me out because I had it once before, and I remember like, I'm not a big needles person. I don't like needles. Not a big fan of injections. Hate blood. Blood tests, fucking loathe them. The first blood test I got, I remember I got the blood drawn. looked at the lady. She said, "Ooh, you don't look so good." And then she said, "You're gonna lie down." And I was like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Yeah, you look like you're about to throw up on me." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but like, there's a possibility." And she laid me down and she was like, "There, little boy." She was like, "You are a mess." And I'm like, "I know." But now when I get blood tests, I have to lie down and look the other way because I know I will get fainty or throw uppy, and we don't need to do that. Shockingly, I can get more pale. I go really pale. So blood tests really hate, but needles also not a big fan. And obviously to get the anesthesia, fuck, I hate medical terms. They couldn't be a doctor. Can't remember a thing. But last time when I got it done, the anaesthetist was like, "Oh, like, how do you want to do it?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Bro, I'm coming closer to avoid the light." I was like, "I don't like needles. I don't want to do this." I was like, "What can you do?" And he's like, "Oh, we have a like a little patch that goes, a numbing patch, which will go on, and then we like put the needle in so you don't actually feel the needle going in." I was like, "Fantastic, thank you, book me that." I was like, "That sounds great." And it was, because I don't really remember it, but I kind of do. We like went in, and then he was like talking to me. He's like, "I'm putting the needle in." I was like, "Wow, I don't even feel it." And then he's like, "Look up at the roof," or like, I guess I was lying down, so I was already looking at the roof. And he's like, "Can you do this for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." Yeah. I just remember getting knocked the fuck out so quickly. It was kind of great. The weird thing is, I remember waking up feeling so rested. Like, I was like, shit, like, you could get addicted to this. I feel great. I was like, I haven't slept that well in ages. Maybe it's because, like, you can't get, like, weirdly, like, restless because you're just, like, put out. But, like, this anesthetist, like, has emailed, and, I haven't got to talk to it, which was a little bit like, "Oh shit, should I want to talk about the thing," but I think I'm okay. Like, I'm better with needles. I know it's not a blood test. And I know after the needle goes in, eventually I'm probably going to be pretty chill. And then I will be asleep and it'll be fine. But yeah, that's just the fact that, like, I'm like, how do they know you wake? It's just like, I am stressing myself out, and I don't think I need to think about it that much because I will freak the fuck out. It's one of those things. It's weird, especially when you're like an overthinker. I know a lot of people are similar to me and understand it and are like, "Yeah, we get ya. It's a freaky thing." And then some people, crazy people, just don't have like those. Like, I have a couple of friends that aren't like very, not even forward thinkers. Like, they don't have anxiety. They don't really like get nervous about things. Some of them very extroverted, some of them not, but like, that just doesn't, like, they don't overthink. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with, why are you not overthinking these things? Like, what if you need plan A to Z? And they're like, we'll just roll with it. I'm like, that is living dangerously, my friend. There are benefits to both sides of that spectrum. So yeah, now we know in the next couple of days, if you've watched this, why there may be some weird uploads. I'm hoping everything will be fine. I think everything should be okay. I think tomorrow just might be a miss for YouTube. But, like, I've got to be like, yes, that is fine. And I keep telling myself that, and I'm thinking it. The only other really interesting thing, this is going to be a short one too, but, like, next week we might have a story. We might have, recovery story. We might have something interesting to talk about. My friend did message me and he was like, "Oh, do you want to get breakfast before? At breakfast?" And I was like, "I have surgery tomorrow. You know this." And he's like, "Yeah, but like what time?" And I was like, "In the morning." He's like, "Yeah, we can get breakfast." I was like, "I don't think I'm going to want to have breakfast, like eventually after," but I was like, "I don't think I'll be up to going out." And he's like, "No, you dickhead." Before I was like, "Bitch, I'm gonna fast," which, that is wild. Like, fasting is fine. Like, I made it that the surgery would be in the morning because I was like, I can wake up and not eat, and then you get to eat after it, so it's fine. And I was like, I can't get up and then not, at 7 eat something and then not eat till like 2. I will lose my mind. I will go in grumpy, and we don't need a grumpy Ethan on the, I don't know, operating table I'll be like, they'll be putting the things in. I'll be asleep, but I'll be awake because I'll be like, someone get me something to fucking eat. But the no water thing is wild. They're like, you can't drink water after midnight. And I was like, excuse you? I was like, I am a thirsty bitch. I was like, I got issues. I eat way too much salt. I need my water. I wake up most mornings thirsty as, like, so unbelievably thirsty. So tomorrow morning's going to be wild. I'm going to just be standing there and be like, where's the saliva? Start working. My glands. I need moisture now. I feel like I'm going to be really excited when I wake up to have a drink of water, if I'm feeling up to anything. But the only other thing I had on my list to talk to y'all about, it's like a shameless plug, but I think it's interesting to talk to. I started streaming. I don't think the crossover of people that listen to the podcast and people who would watch my streams kind of intersect, but it is like, it's not even that. Like, I feel like if you enjoy chatting, like showing up to a stream, you don't have to really, obviously a lot of talk will be about the games I'm playing or like thoughts, but if you want to pop in and say hi, have a chat, go ahead, because I try my best to read the chat. There's not a lot of chat going on, so I'll definitely read it at the moment. But yeah, like it's so, I think the interesting thing of why I wanted to talk about it is it's so much different and a different thing being live to like making videos, because like here I talk to a camera and I know there's no one watching, and I can pause whenever I want if I need to stop and like blow my nose, like kind of, or if I like fuck something up when I'm doing like a book thing and I'm reading and I like need to scrap a bit, I can write. Everything's like, I have control over it. It's not like I say anything crazy and cut it out. It's more just like I have control over like, sneezing or coughing too much, or, if I like, I don't know, cried and I didn't want that in. There's so much like control I have over altering anything that I need to for this. But Twitch is wild because it's live and like people can watch you. Don't have very much of an, also it's like starting again, because like YouTube, is, a climb and working towards things, and I'm really happy with, progressing, and I love more people joining the channel and getting to know them in the comments and getting to see they like what I make. I think that's the best thing ever. It's the best feeling. Like when people like what I do, or like say, oh, this made my day, or I enjoyed this reaction, or I enjoyed something you did. That's really the best thing, and it's all I ever want, is someone to enjoy, because I love watching content and I love making it, and I think if anyone is happy from it, or like someone likes a joke I make, I think that really, it fills my soul and I'm happy about it. But that, there was, there's still like views comparing to other YouTube, like people who make videos. There's so many things with it. And then just starting on Twitch is like kind of starting that whole journey again in a different realm where I know even less about, which is just, it's like a wild thing, but it's kind of fun. And like, I'm kind of want to like, I don't know the word, like go for it, like, it's something that I wanted to do for a long time. I just didn't really have the means to live stream, but now I'm on my own. I feel like I have all the time in the world, which I don't, but like I have heaps of time to do it. And it's just like fun, because like gaming is a big passion of mine, like movie and TV, and I think it's fun to have that journey along with other people. So yeah, if you'd like to show up ever, my Twitch, it will be linked somewhere. It's on my YouTube channel. I know that. I put the links in a couple of days ago, in like the bio. I don't even know where those go, but there are links to things. But yeah, it's just it's wild being live, and like knowing that it's like a 5-second delay. But other than that, it's just like, holy shit. Like I just have to and the like crazy thing is like I will have like no one watching my stream, which is fine. It doesn't really bother me that much. Like obviously I'd love 1 billion people to be there. I'd love 100 people to be there. I'd love 1,000 people to be there. I'd love 2 people to be there. You know what I mean? Like if someone was watching live, it's really cool and really exciting for me, and like progressing up that, and hopefully new people finding me from that is a really cool thing. But like talking to no one doesn't really bother me that much, because obviously when I record all my videos, it's not live. I'm not talking to anyone, so I don't find any that very hard. The only hard thing is I just don't know. Like I'm like, how much talking should I be doing at all times? Because I just talk. I talk mostly the whole time, and I'm sitting there like, my throat hurts. I'm in pain. I've been talking. There's sometimes in like, it's the videos, like the podcast and the book club that we do, where I talk for a very long time, and I'm talking all day, and I talk so much that I'm like, this hurts my throat. And maybe because I talk so quickly, I forget to breathe sometimes, and I'm like, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath simply from talking, which is wild. And this brings me to one more point that I wasn't going to talk about today, but I thought it was really interesting. It's not that big, but it's funny. I've been posting a lot more shorts. This is to do with talking. And as we know, I talk a lot. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to do. That's, I feel like in like reactions and stuff, I'm never going to change the way I do things. Because no one says it. But like I'm a talker. That's the way I like to do my reactions. And all reactions are, you see a lot of different reaction content out of there. And a lot of them are different. And I like mine in the fact that I just talk about everything, predict things. I'm an idiot, but I just talk a lot. But I've been posting a lot more shorts. And shorts get a lot bigger outreach. So you get a lot of people that like your stuff and a lot of people who don't, compared to like my regular videos, where I feel like it's a lot of people who have subscribed, stay and come in, or come in for something singular. But I've got a lot of comments on my shorts that are like, they're so dumb. They're like, oh, he's fluent in Japanese. Oh, he's, graduated in yapping. Like, they're saying I talk too much. Like, I'm a yapper. I talk too much. I'm just like, I think they're the dumbest comment ever. It is so funny to me that people come from... I get that when you like see a favorite scene in a show, when you're watching a reaction, you want to see that scene, and that's a great scene. But I feel like no matter what, when watching a reaction, you have to realize you're not watching the actual show or movie, and that is that person's like prerogative, like their perspective and their like genuine reaction or commentary on these things. I love it when people are like, wow, let the scene play out, or like, you talk too much. I'm like, if you want to see it, the original is like available. I was like, sometimes I just think, I'm like, we're here for like this. I make reaction content, not I'm gonna sit there and watch it in silence. I'm like, hey, that would be too hard with like copyright and stuff. That would be wild. But I was just like, some of the comments, I'm just like, I'm like, y'all should just watch the TV show again. It's like, if you want to do that, that's great. And also, leaving a comment like that, I'm just like, I think you'll get more of my content in your feeds because you're complaining about that I talk too much. Therefore, you're going to see me talk too much more often. I was like, I actually don't know if they have it on YouTube, but on Twitter they have the like, do not recommend. I was like, that needs to be a button that we need to put in. So y'all can just, well, not you guys, because I'm pretty sure most people that watch the podcast actually somewhat enjoy what I do and have to say. But I just think it's so funny. I read some of them, I'm like, what are you here for? I was like, just keep scrolling. Like, I think I went on a tangent in another video recently about it. I'm just like, sometimes you just gotta, I was like, it's so much effort to like care that much. Like, care about the things go comment on like, every time I see like a comment that's like so like complainy or whinchy, I'm just like, go comment something positive on something you love. I think that's a real big takeaway. I don't comment on things because that's never been my personality. I've never been a commenter. I think another reason why replying takes me forever. I've never been a big messenger, commenter on anything, so it takes me a while to do things. But I think that needs to be the takeaway. If there's something that you like want to complain about for no reason. There is good constructive criticism, don't get me wrong, and there's things that obviously people could improve in, and like when you're like, you know, talking about volume, and when people do it in polite and respectful ways, go ahead, like let me know things. I actually love that stuff. But when some people are like, bro, you talk too much, I'm just like, go, in my mind I'm like, go tell someone that you love their content, go to someone that you really enjoy, and go tell them that they're doing a great job, because that's gonna spread something better. You know what I mean? Like, go tell someone you enjoy and you like that they're doing a good job, or they make your day, because that will show how much like you love something. You'll probably get more of that content. That person might like, and that might make their day or make them happy. I don't know. There needs to be more compliments in the world. Less fucking random shit and more compliments. Oh, I think it's just a crazy like thought process for me as someone who doesn't like comment on things. Even when I see things I don't like, I'm just like, oh well, that was like 30 seconds, I won't get back, oh well. Or I was like, see something, I was like, that was kind of, I didn't like that, but I'll just keep going about my day, because why do I need to tell anyone? I've thought it myself, and that's over. Yeah, wild tangent we've got on at the end, but I started myself on something and I had to finish it off. Not much else for this week. Do let me know if you have any thoughts, topics, wants to talk about. This was like a good check-in, because we've missed a couple of weeks. We've been a bit fragmented, so I want to check in, see how you're doing. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? Doing well? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. But this was a good little check-in. Do let me know if there are things you'd like me to talk about, anything you'd like to know. Like, I love to, as I've said in multiple ones, I love to know what anyone else would like to hear me talk about. And next week there will be updates, hopefully, on how my surgery went, if I'm alive, doing well, kicking, or else I'll be in bed recovering. So I'm hoping there'll be, you know, a good amount of videos next week, and maybe a podcast, but we'll see how we do. Other than that, I really hope you're having a good day. I hope you've enjoyed this one. This one was a bit random, bit wild, bit tangent-y, but a nice little catch-up. But for now, I hope you're doing well, and I hope to see you in the next one.